Hi, my friends. I'm so glad to see you today. I'm Beth English, and I'm here with my good friend, Sergio Gomez, and we're going to talk about how to break through our creative blocks. So it's a really exciting episode. I can't wait for you to hear. Sergio, what's going on?
Hey, Ben, good to see you. As usual, happy Wednesday, right? As we are here one more time. I'm very excited to hear about this topic because I think it's something that happens to all of us at some point or another. Creative blocks come and go. So I think it's going to be a great episode that our friends are going to love.
Well, the reason I wanted to talk about this today is because just this week I have had a couple people reach out to me about having creative blocks. And
Mm.
what they had both said to me was, I have everything I need to create. I've got all the ideas that I want to do, but for the life of me, I cannot bring myself to do the work. And I thought, how many other people are probably thinking like this right now? You know, with
Mhm.
so many pressures and distractions and things going on around us, it can be hard to bring ourselves to produce and to create. And so that's why I wanted
Mhm.
to talk about this today. So, have you talked to people in your community about having creative blocks or the distractions that they're experiencing lately?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a very common topic. I have actually experienced that myself multiple times. So I think one of the first things we can tell our friends is that, don't feel like there's something wrong with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not. It's a common thing. It happened to me actually at the beginning of the pandemic where I was like, for maybe 2 months, I didn't do anything because just trying to figure this whole thing out, right? I had no ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the studio was there, looking pretty, but I wasn't really making much. So yeah, and then of course, talking to other artists, it is a common thing, and I'm glad that we can discuss it and come up with some alternative ways to get out of that situation.
Yeah. So, first off, you're not alone if you're
Right.
feeling like this. So, don't think that anything is wrong with you. You are in the same boat with the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the first thing that we acknowledge when we have a creative block is that we're not creating, we're not doing the thing we want to do. We have that awareness already that
Mm-hmm.
something is not happening. And sometimes when that happens, we start to put judgment on ourselves or criticize ourselves. And that alone is going to keep us far, far away from creating anything, is when we judge ourselves to the point of almost like making us feel like we're bad or we're wrong or something like that. And so one of the things that I think is most important about having that awareness is just to say, this is something I want to do and it's not happening. So let me take the first step. And that first step is to activate yourself. And what that
Mm-hmm.
means to me is you know what you want to do. You make a list or a plan, or you know exactly what it is that you want to create. You create the space, and it's just inviting you to come in, right? So you know that you want to create something, but it's not happening. So then activate yourself to create the space and then just step into it. And maybe that takes you some time, like a week or 2 weeks or a month, but like keep trying to show up for yourself, whether it's for an hour of creating or 5 minutes of creating, whatever it takes, just do one thing. Just
Mm-hmm.
start somewhere, and that will hopefully get you past that frozen moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that, Beth. And for me, like when we talk about the activate yourself, so I'm making notes myself too and writing these things down. But the one that comes to mind to me, which is something that I have done multiple times when I get into this hurdle where I don't know what to do, is I start cleaning up my studio. Just showing up to my studio to clean up. Like I don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna start cleaning up, moving stuff
Mhm.
around. And sometimes in that process of moving and reorganizing, clears the mind, or I find a book that I hadn't seen in like 2 years, and all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, starts to open up possibilities. But yeah, activating yourself, making that first step is critical because otherwise, you just hurting yourself by not really making an effort to move forward.
One thing that I've noticed too is that, okay, it's one thing to activate yourself and maybe create something, and that's just one day. But say you want to do it more than just that, you want to be
Mm-hmm.
more consistent. So then my next step is accelerate. And so, what I mean by that, after you activate, you accelerate, is you shorten the time period between when your brain tells you, oh, I want to do something. And then instead of waiting to go do it as soon as you possibly can. So as soon as you feel that desire to create something or you have that idea for something, just start as soon as possible. And what you want to do is close the gap between when you think about what you want to do and when you're actually doing it.
I love that. And I think that, in order to do that, that's kind of why you need to prepare your space, prepare your, have accessibility easier to where you produce that work, where you create, where you find yourself in a creative place where those things can happen, right? And I love that. I think, that's a great word, I love that word, accelerating. Is to me, when I think about acceleration, is like when you already have a certain acknowledgement of where you are and where you want to be, so you're ready to hit the gas, right? You feel not 100% safe, but you feel a certain safety measure that, like this feels right, so I can really push forward. So I think that's a great point.
Awesome. Well, and the last point is communicate. One of the things that I feel like has helped myself and a lot of people in my community is just being able to communicate what it is that we're creating, what it is that we're making, sometimes the hurdles that we're experiencing, just having that you're not alone feeling and that community out there to listen and to maybe even help you stay accountable to your work. Like if you say you're going to do something to somebody else, the likelihood that you'll do it is so much greater than if you just stay silent about it. And so after you activate and accelerate, then communicate and just follow that 3-step process every single time, because I feel like when you start showing up for yourself and listening to yourself and then talking about what you learned, you're just emphasizing in your brain that this is the process that you need to follow in order to see yourself do the things that you really want to do.
Yeah, totally. And, the one that you said about communicate, I think that's something that we had talked about many times here in the show, you and I, the idea of also being part of a community, feeling connected, because when you feel connected with you're part of a community, then it's easy for you to share the things that you're doing, with a feeling of judgment that, what people are going to say, and they can accept you as you are. And I think that's great, because you want to communicate with those who get you, those who understand you, those who will support you, not put you down. So knowing who to communicate to is such an important thing. And, as we have mentioned many times, find your tribe, right? Find your tribe, find your people. There's a tribe for everyone. You just got to find it. Sometimes, the one that you think might be the best, you try it. It's like, well, I didn't click, but maybe there may be another one that can help you, feel welcome, so that you can, as you mentioned, communicate with them, get excited about what you're doing, and get unstuck and moving forward.
And, that's primarily what we do in the Nashville Creative Group is we are present with one another to listen, to encourage, acknowledge where we are in the process. And, that's our main focus, to share and encourage. And that's what we've been doing so well for over 8 years now. And it's just still going strong. And it just shows you how important it is for people to connect with others who are like them, who are excited about the same things and passionate about the same things. Because as we know, being an artist can be lonely. We can be in our studios and feel like we're the only ones out there, but really we are not. There are so many people we can connect with. I just want to encourage you to, like, if you feel like you have a creative block right now, reach out to somebody, tell them about what's going on, and then talk about what you want. Do a little bit of it, do it a little bit more and more and more and more. Keep talking about it, and you will see yourself come out of that block with ease. I'm telling you, it will happen.
Yeah. It works. And activate yourself, accelerate, and communicate. 3 great.
Boom, boom, boom.
3 great, exactly. AAC.
Well, thanks for watching, you guys. This is the end of our episode. We've run out of time today. And I just want to hear how you're doing. If you're having a creative block, if you'd like some encouragement, just leave a comment and we would love to be able to encourage you today. And Sergio, can you tell us how all of our friends can follow you online?
Absolutely. If you can follow me, if you want to find me, go to Sergio Gomez Art. You'll find me in all social medias as that, and online at sergiogomezonline.com.
Awesome. And you guys can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Beth English, and visit my website at bethenglish.com. And I can't wait to see you next Wednesday for a whole new episode. Can't wait to share more of our ideas and thoughts about what's going on with artists these days, and hopefully encourage you to create even more. So
absolutely. We're getting close to 2021, Beth. So that's exciting.
Here we go. Time doesn't stop for anyone. So
here we go. That's right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.